Okay, so for today's video, I want to talk about my solar journey with Verdun. And this is basically the journey that I've taken to install 7.5 kilowatt solar panel with a hybrid inverter, which means that it is battery ready. Only is that I don't have the battery yet, but the inverter is battery ready. All right. So, but before that, let me talk about the process and how long it takes for me to process the installation, or what are the steps required. Okay, so my solar installer is basically Verdun Solar, and this is quite, I can say, it's quite interesting journey. Um, so the installation is basically taken place at my home, which is in Perlis, and Perlis is basically considered as one of the best solar uh, quality, and it is the hottest state in Malaysia. So the installation basically start with the stage one is basically the ATAP approval. So once I confirm that I want to install a solar panel with Verdun, the first step is basically to acquire ATAP approval, which start with a deposit. So I have to do a deposit of 1,000 ringgit, which is on the 21st of April 2026. All right. So once I complete the payment, the proposal or the request for ATAP approval started. All right, so this is basically ATAP, not the NEM, the one that the old system called NEM, replaced by ATAP, but now ATAP. Right, it start on the 21st April. So then Verdun will quote me a system price for 7.5 kilowatt. And this is basically for me. And at this particular time. So it might change in the future, or either increase or reduce, depend on the availability. All right, so for 7.5 kilowatts, it's about 19,900. Um, this is without the solar, the recently announced solar rebate. All right, so once that completed with the proposal, they will come to your house. They will take drone footage and then of your rooftop, and they will do what we call as a technical drawing, and will suggest where the solar panel will be installed based on your roof configuration and your location towards the sun. So in my case, the best location is basically right. Later on, I'm going to show the location. All right, so but you have to make sure before that, you have to make sure that your TMB meter is basically under your own name, not someone else's name. Mine is because I've just recently moved to this house and the names for the meter is not mine. So I have to go through with TMB to do the changes of names of for the solar, for the panel, for the meter. All right, so once that completed, then they comes and do the drawing. I'm not sure if you can see that clearly, and that's basically completed on the 28th of April. And you can see the drawing here is quite small on my phone, but the drawing basically show the location of if there's any tree, and then the size of your roof, because for 7.5 kilowatt, it requires 12 solar panels. So it means that it's going to split between two, 6 panel and 6 panel. So it's quite large also for a single panel. The size, one panel is about 600, I believe 645 645 watt. So yeah, that's basically one thing. And then they will proceed with the ATAP application submitted to SADA or SEDA. That's basically the body that control the ATAP installation approval. So that basically submission date on 7th of May 2026. And the approval will take another few weeks on the 21st of May 2026. All right, so that's basically the ATAP installation request approval with the technical drawing and all the payment, initial payment. So once you get a payment approval, the SEDA approval of your ATAP. Next, with the solar installation. So for the solar installation, it requires 70% of payment. Okay, so 70% of payment, 70% of payment from from almost 20,000. And then once the payment completed, they will come for the installation. So for me, the installation date is on the 5th of June, 5th of June 2026, which take around, I think, from morning until 4 o'clock. So it's quite fast. If there's no, it's not raining or like any problems with the location, so it should be quite fast. Okay. So they will come to do the installation and everything, and depend on your location, either they require a crane or not. But for my house, they just climb to the roof and there's no need for crane. So once that completed, I have to wait. It's not just like straight away enable. So they will, once the installation completed for the solar panel, the solar activation basically will take some times, because the solar activation will comes with another. I have to make a final payment for 30% from that 20,000, and then the TMB will comes to update the meter. I'm not sure if that's a smart meter. That meter basically allow for the export of solar to TMB. All right, so that's basically will take another week almost before the enabling the solar finally enabled. It's not a week. It's around like 3 days, 4 days. And finally, once everything completed, TMB will send out a welcome letter, and that welcome letter finally concluded the installation. So it's around like on the 7th or 8th of April. So let me check on this the first time that my system basically works. This is on the hold on. This is on 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh yeah, it's finally enabled on the 12th of June 2026. So the first time that the solar system enabled is basically a little bit of hiccup, because I mistakenly install another software which is called Fox Cloud. the Foxcloud is basically the inverter brand software. I'm not supposed to install this yet. So because I did the installation, the Foxcloud with the account and everything, Verdant unable to get the, they call it the API call from Fox. The software basically having issues to communicate. So they have to reset my Foxcloud, and then finally able to connect to Verdant system finally. And that's basically the reason why I'm able to get it, because the first day I turned on the system, it didn't even export to TMB. Only managed to get like 5.4 kilowatt yield during the day. But then after the second day and the third day, it started to get better. And the third day, I'm able to accumulate 33 kilowatt of yield of PV, and that's basically it. All right, so that's basically I just want to share my solar journey with Verdant. Again, the price may be vary. Uh, depend on when you made the purchase or when you made the agreement. Maybe next month or tomorrow or the next year, the price changes. That depend on the market. Okay, so that's basically my journey. And if you like the video, because I'm not quite sure if you can view this clearly, and that's basically just to share with you my solar journey. All right.